Here's Bloodhound with Battlefield Nations, and today we have a bit of speculation to get into. So, loot boxes. Quite a controversial topic to delve into. There's a lot to get into, and there's going to be a lot of differing opinions on this subject, like what should be done, will loot boxes make it into the next title, and how should they work? Let's find out. Before we go any further, I'd just like to make the claim that loot boxes will indeed return in the next title, but not as you'd expect them to be. Now, the reason I think they'll be in the next title is because it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't. Franchises like Call of Duty raked in millions upon millions just from supply drops alone, totally excluding the paid DLC passes and the number of standard copies sold. Loot boxes, since their debut in mainstream titles, have always been popular and always will be. But like all things in life, things need to adapt or they'll die. The current loot box model that plagues Star Wars Battlefront 2 and others like it needs to adapt. Gamers aren't really fond of leaving everything up to chance. They want control and know what they're buying. Just say that you want to buy a skin. Would you rather buy at a chance to get that skin or buy outright with no funny business? 10 out of 10 times the latter is chosen, leaving absolutely everything up to randomness, and when that randomness can corrupt the balance of a game is when things get ugly. Star Wars Battlefront 2 being the main victim of this. The whole loot box issue caused a lot of people to drop the game or stop them from buying the game entirely. But even with the progression system and loot boxes being totally reworked, I don't see that game ever growing extremely popular just due to the stigma that some players will carry from its early beginnings. That sense of betrayal that some people felt is rough, so I don't blame them if they don't want to put their trust in EA or Battlefront ever again. So to avoid all of this from harming future titles is to change how loot boxes work. I think they should never compromise a game's balance or progression. Keeping things to non-game breaking elements like cosmetic options without breaking the theme of a title is the way to go. What I would personally like to see is a more fleshed out option loot box system that Battlefield 1 currently offers. So I'm going to propose my own vision on how things should work, bringing elements from both old and new. Right now, battle packs are exclusively cosmetic. Yes, they do carry melee weapons, but those are more or less reskins on the various different melee classes, like knives, clubs, and heavier melee weapons. I wouldn't mind if Battlefield 2018 stays on this route. So this, in a whole, could stay for the next title. What I would like to see is a more expanded exchange tab. Skins and melee weapon puzzle pieces should always be up for the grab when you have the right amount of scrap. Rather than having only certain items available at one time, I think all skins and puzzle pieces should be up for buying, but at a higher price. For example, spending 2,000 scrap can get you one legendary skin, or you can spend 900 scrap for a 1 in 6 chance of getting your wanted skin. Or if you want to spend even less scrap, you can rent a skin for a certain amount of time. Iron Sight, a free-to-play first-person shooter, does this, and I think EA should take a look at how they handle their system. Anyways, this system allows for players who solely want that one skin to buy what they want without messing with any RNG elements. And it also gives someone who may not have a lot of scrap a chance at buying or renting their wanted skin. Another element that I like to see is gambling scrap on specific game modes, similar to Black Ops 1 wager matches, and also the ability to trade skins and donate scrap to other users. Keep in mind that this is what I personally like to see. Obviously, the system I propose is a little rough and could definitely see some changes. Things like how you earn scrap and whatnot is up for debate. So, that's where you step in. Let me know down in the comments below on what you'd like to see in regards of loot boxes in Battlefield 2018. And make sure while you're down there to check out my own channel as well for more Battlefield related content. Check out Battlefield Nations on our platforms, and as always, it's been Bloodhound, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.